A federal subcommittee has launched an investigation into COVID-19 outbreaks and employee deaths at meatpacking plants, and these plants include Tyson, JBS USA, and Smithfield Foods, three of the largest plants of its kind in the nation. According to the chairman of this subcommittee, Tyson Foods has had more than 12,000 workers contract the virus. 38 have died from it. 5 News reporter Juliana Clipsom spoke with leaders from a local advocacy group who's been protesting for better working conditions since March of last year.
So we believe it's a little bit too late, but never too late to start protecting workers.
The investigation launched today by a U.S. subcommittee. It claims OSHA and the Trump administration did not enforce COVID safety measures in meatpacking plants across the country. The investigation will take a look into COVID-19 outbreaks at meatpacking plants like Tyson Foods, Smithfield Foods, and JBS USA. Since March of 2020, Vince Ramos has advocated for poultry workers' safety during the pandemic, saying they were trying to capture the attention of groups within the federal government.
We were targeting OSHA as well, trying to put pressure on OSHA, so I'm glad that all this work, and with this new administration, we feel like a new tomorrow.
Back in July of 2020, we told you the story of 64-year-old Jesus Lovato Molina, a father and grandfather who died after his family says he contracted COVID-19 while he was an employee at the Van Buren Tyson plant. His name was displayed at a vigil for local workers lost during the pandemic.
We knew that they were at risk of getting sick and die, and many of them had died in our community.
The investigation from the subcommittee reports 250 deaths due to COVID-19 at the 3 major meatpacking companies. We reached out to Tyson for an interview. They responded with a statement saying in part, "Our top priority will always be the health and safety of our people, and we look forward to working with the Congressional Committee to share what we have done and continue to do to protect our team members from the coronavirus." You can find their full response and a statement from JBS and Smithfield on our website, 5newsonline.com. In Springdale, covering news where you live, Juliana Clipson, 5 News.
The subcommittee is also asking for documents from OSHA and each of the 3 meatpacking companies detailing COVID-19 infections and deaths at those plants.